Hey everyone, this is Eric Silvermoon. I wanted to just talk, and I just decided it'll be way easier to do the Google Hangouts live. And the reason I want to do this just today, because I just feel like I need to talk and express, and I'm sure I'm not going to get any viewers today, and I didn't put it with the intention that I wanted to get viewers during this call. It's just my frustration with YouTube and uploading the videos, and I don't know how anyone and everyone does it. It's been such a challenge for me, and I'm usually really good with with a couple of creative stuff. And so this afternoon, I decided to make a video, a how to create a scrying mirror. And during the process of that, I spent 3 hours doing the how-to video recording, and I created it. I did my ritual. I shared my scrying mirror blessing and everything, and I went ahead and uploaded it and tried to do all that process. And as soon as I went and take a look at it, it didn't come out great. It wasn't good at all. I was kind of upset about it because it was a lot of my energy and effort, and I couldn't go back and redo it because it is where I was already done with the scrying mirror. So I had to take a deep breath and just realize that it is what it is. This is the way it was supposed to. Instead of showing the how-to video, I just wanted to share the finished product and then discuss a little bit of the things that happened today that really struck a chord with my fears. It rippled into something where I didn't expect it to. So my scrying mirror is finished, as I mentioned, and it is currently wrapped with this scarf that I had. There's mugwort and sage rubbed all over it, so it's going to be a little bit messy, and I apologize, but I want to show it to you because I feel that it's ready. I feel that it has marinated enough in my energy and in my altar space with my goddesses. And so the way it is right now, it's in here. I usually like to keep the scrying mirror covered in like I said, marinating with those herbs for a good 24 hours, but this time around it was quick. I really needed to get it out there. I really felt that it was time for me to share it in this way and not in the how-to video kind of way. So I'm gonna unwrap it so you guys can see it, and I'm gonna try not to make a mess with the herbs. And I think I am gonna make a mess. And I apologize for the crappy lighting. It's about 9 p.m. here in California. I just got inspired. I just wanted to create it. And so, are you guys ready? So this is the back of it, and this is the front of it. And there I am. Hold on, let me see it. So I got this frame on Etsy, and I was looking for this frame. It's like an what is it? I can't remember what it's called. It's like an Art Nouveau style frame. It was like running for like $160, and I didn't want to pay that much money. And I was like, I want this frame. I know this is the frame that I need. And I asked my tribe, I was like, find it for me at a really great price that I can afford right now. And 2 hours later, searching for different frames, I found the same one. I found this one, and it was 20 bucks. 20 bucks. And the reason it was 20 bucks was because it didn't have the original back to it, and it didn't have the original glass. This is actually like a pretty decent style plexiglass. And so I was able to get a really sweet deal. And so 20 bucks, and it was like $9 shipping and handling, so like 30 bucks. And I was like, that is a total steal. So, oh, I can't wait. Oh, you can see my salt lamp. Doesn't it look cool? It looks like a blood moon. Oh, you guys, I love it. I really do love it. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm gonna put it back in its cloth with the herbs and have it marinate some more just in case. But I almost feel like it's ready. I've been doing some work, spiritual work with my goddess sister, Melanie Wallace. She is fabulous with her One Ascension techniques. I highly recommend her. She did this one session with me, and I just felt all these blocks release, and it was fabulous. And the dream that happened afterwards was emotional. I mean, I can't even begin to describe that dream, you guys. It was it was like a movie. It was like past lives. It was working with somebody that I'm not sure if it's Saint Germain, but I felt a very strong connection to that person. And um, I think I might share it in my blog. I think I might do something very special with that because I wrote, as soon as I finished the dream, I woke up and I had to get it down. I needed to do some kind of automatic writing. I wrote it, I gave it, I had Melanie Wallace read it, which she's going by Shakti, which I love. So I had Shakti read it, and she cried and I cried. It was just profound. It was so profound. And I get a little bit emotional now because it was just like, it was just a magical experience. And God, I don't know how to describe it. And I don't want to talk about it in like what the dream was about because I know I'm going to butcher it. And it was just too special for me to just tell you guys in that way. So look for it in my blog. I will blog post it within the next couple of days. But back to the Scrying Mirror. I want to share with you the blessing and what I did. So I guess I'll describe to you how I did it. So Flora Sage had a video a long time ago about scrying mirrors and how to create one using spray paint. So when that video came out and I was going through my year and a day with her, I decided to create one. And so I did create one just like that, but I never used it. I kind of used whatever picture frame I had, and it wasn't very special. I just used it to see if I could do it. And so I never did it. I put it away. It's in just hanging out somewhere. But doing my 30 days of magic, and this being the day 6 of April, I wanted to do something special. And when I got this, came in this afternoon, and I was like, no, today's the day. I gotta knock it out. I gotta create this mirror. And so what I did is on just cardboard outside, I put the plexiglass or glass, whatever you guys decide to use, face down on the cleanest side that I could find from either side of that mirror. I got a spray paint, which I don't have here, a spray paint that was black, flat, and I just did some really nice clean sprays all around to make sure that I didn't get too close to it because I didn't want any runs or spots or drips or anything like that. So I just kind of just did 2 coats. Actually, you know what? I lied. I'm sorry. I did 3 coats because the second coat I thought it was done, but when I held it up in the light, I could see that there was still some visibility. So I did 1 extra coat, which is the 3rd coat, and it dried within 30 minutes. It was super quick. And then I put it all together, and I did the my ritual. So normally I lit my working candle, which at the moment my working candle is this Spanish or Mexican, I would say Mexican candles, of the Virgin Mary, of Mother Mary, and this is my current working candle. I normally have a regular white taper thick candle as my working candle, and I'll decorate it and everything like that, but it finished, and so I grabbed whatever candle I needed because I like having that light, and I do a calling down on my spiritual tribe and my sacred space, and I like doing that before I do any kind of magical working. And so I grabbed this candle, and then these candles last a long time. So I do have a new taper candle that I probably want to do a video, or be my next thing I want to create in April. So I'll do that. But for right now, this has been working. So I lit my working candle. I have my mugwort and my sage ready. I have my cloth. I've written down my own scrying mirror blessing, and I just decided to rub. I normally rub very carefully because you don't want to scratch the glass. Mugwort and sage all around the mirror, on the back and the front, all the nooks and crannies. And the reason I like those is because mugwort for me is a very spiritual herb. It is a very witchy kind of herb. I mean, mugwort. I mean, you think that's those dusty old spell jars that say mugwort on it, or eye of newt. But for me, it's very magical. It's very it connects me to my psychic awareness. I love mugwort tea with a hit of chamomile. It promotes lucid dreamings when you drink it. It's just a very magical herb. It's a very it's just a magical herb. And sage, I mean, come on, sage, it's fantastic. And I really love sage. So together, I felt like it was a great purification. I invited my spiritual tribe to help me clean and clear the energy of any past people, any auric cords that might be connected. I had Archangel Michael come down and help me remove any of those and just clear it. And when I got ready, I went ahead and did my blessing, which I'll share with you. And when I finished writing it, I looked at it, and I couldn't help but started to see the connection to the goddess Morrigan. And like I said in my last videos, I really wanted to work with her, and I was hesitant about it. I almost felt like I'm not ready, or who am I to work with such a powerful goddess, in a sense where I just felt kind of discouraged or not worthy in that sense. And so this year I got to release a lot of those fears and a lot of those blocks, and working with her has been, and I say working with her because it's brief. It's just this month that I asked her to join my tribe and to learn from each other. And I started to see the connections that I've been sort of divinely prepped up to work with her. I felt like I needed to be at a certain level to be able to not necessarily handle, but to be able to have the confidence and the courage to step up to those fears and challenges that I was about to face. I've always been drawn to the color black and red, and I'll share with you my Book of Shadows. This is my Book of Shadows. It has my spiritual name initials, Eric Silvermoon. It has this really beautiful, where is it at? There's magnetic heart lock that I did. It's just a book that my dear friend Chelsea gave me, and I just decorated it to make my own. So inside, let me move the pen. I have my blessing, and I have my black feather bookmark. And so on this side, what I've been doing is I've been journaling my experiences with my 30 Days of Magic on this side, and then I've been documenting whatever I've been doing, my experiences with it. So in this day, I have yet to write down my experiences creating my Scrying Mirror and my frustrations and all that stuff. But I also wrote the blessing, and so I'm going to read to you what it says. I apologize, my throat's a little bit dry. Normally I have tea, but this was a very spontaneous video, live Google Hangout, which no one's viewing. And so I wrote Scrying Mirror, so I'm going to read it to you guys. And this is my Scrying Mirror blessing. And it reads, sorry, my dogs. Goddesses of night, bless this mirror of sight. Allow me to gauge upon my heart's desires. that which burns deep within my own fires. Darkness of darkest of mothers, hear my call, guide and protect me so that I don't fall. This mirror is now blessed with positive magic and love from the shadows below and the moon above, so mote it be. Um, I this was something I wrote myself. I don't know where I left my feather. Um, I like things that rhyme. I really do. I don't know. It's the craft movie in me. It's the charmed one in me. I like rhyming my spells. Not always. Sometimes my spells aren't rhyme. Well, I guess they don't rhyme sometimes. But sometimes when I feel guided to, I really just go with the flow. And it comes out very quickly. It don't take very long to write it. I always feel like it's supposed to come out that way, and so it just kind of works. And so after I did that, I felt very, very good, very excited about this. I was like, yes, I have my scrying mirror. I did, this blessing came very quickly, and the only frustrating part was the actual video process. And one of the fears that came up was my fear of nervousness of putting myself out there. I was really nervous at creating these videos and putting myself out there. And I don't know what it is about. This is a weird thing. I don't know what it is about Google Live Hangouts, or maybe maybe it's the comfortableness that I know Google Hangouts. But I'm a little bit more comfortable talking in this way because I feel like it's live. I feel like there's interactions maybe. But during that video recording process, I get really nervous, and when I get really nervous, I don't sound like myself. My voice gets really high. It gets very feminine. And when I play it back, I'm like, I don't know who that person is. That person seems someone that's not sure of themselves, and that's exactly how I felt. And I do, when I say my voice felt very feminine, I don't mean that to offend anybody, but I say that to kind of just highlight what my fears are of me trying to be someone that I'm not in my voice. And so the stress and the fear, it resonates in a higher frequency for me. That fear resonates that high. So when I hear myself sounding a little bit too feminine, I know that there's a fear there, and I'm projecting in that feminine, hey girl, queenie kind of way, because it's just my fears, and it's my defense mode when I do it. And when I see it and I recognize that I need to stop and I need to reel that in, because it's not who I am. It's fun at times, especially when I'm drinking, but in real life, I'm not like that. I'm kind of like this. I'm very casual and, just me. So those fears came in, and I was sitting them, and I was editing this video, because that YouTube video thing, I mean, it was 3 hours of me sitting and being frustrated and marinating in that energy. Was very toxic, and I couldn't deal with it. I had to get out of it. It was frustrated. I had enough, and I was just like, I can't. What is this? What's the lesson here? What am I supposed to learn from this? And without thinking, I was scrying while I was meditating in that. Even though I didn't have my actual scry thing, I felt like I was in a very dark place looking for some kind of light, some kind of reflection, some kind of answers in that moment. And that's where I was just like, I got the message. This is what I needed to learn from this experience. It was 3 hours, not of a waste of time. It was 3 hours of a really deep lesson for me to learn about compassion and owning my truth and authenticity, and being able to recognize the fears when I'm not being authentic, when I'm being fake. And so all that was being marinated and coming out through the process of this YouTube video. And before it even got a chance to fully publish or upload it fully, I just deleted it. I said, no, that person that made that video is not how I really felt, and it's not the energy I want to have others see or even just have that in there. So I deleted it, and I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to talk about it in the live viewer hangout. And no one's watching now, but I know some of you might watch it when I upload it. So this was pretty this is pretty much I guess it's like an energy rant of what just happened, but it was very important for me to communicate, because I feel communication this year is going to be my huge aha moment, as I started calling it, my Maddox moment, because every time I watch Kellyanne Maddox with the Four Queens, I have these huge aha moments, and so I always say, I just totally got Maddoxed, and so I started calling my Maddox moments. But activating and releasing any blocks in my throat chakra is my 2015 goal. Is me finding my voice and finding that courage and strength, and that that fight mentality when you're speaking about your passions and you want to communicate them very clearly. This is the first time where I feel like I could do that, and I really do feel that that was a little like lesson one with the Goddess Morgan. And I'm sitting now just in that awe moment. I feel really proud of myself that I was able to push through that block and just really recognize it. And it's just been fantastic. So I've dedicated my altar to my 5 goddesses. For those that saw the recent video that I posted, I kind of shared with you a little bit about those 5 goddesses and why they're with me now and how it happened. And I decided to call them my my wise counsel. And so I have all 5 of them sitting in my altar this way, and I'm in the center. I'm in the end of that kind of circle, and I have this giant smoky cord so I could wrap my hands around it. And that's my check-in time. That's when I sit down and meditate. I call them in, and we have a big council session, discussions about, how I'm doing now, where do I want to go, what's the action plans, what is the things I need to check off my list, what could wait, those kind of things. I mean, those are my conference calls, where I like that term, the wise counsel, because that's what it is. I'm meeting with these celestial divine beings who experience a lot, and they have this great guidance, and I'm able to sit and then just kind of hang out with them and talk about my life now, my journey, my frustrations, my fears, my challenges, my successes. And it's been very powerful, and I look forward to connecting with them more on a daily basis. And that's one of the reasons why I want to do the 30-day challenge in the first place, because I did lose a lot of that spell work and magical kind of feeling to my practice. It became very studious, I would say. A lot of learning, a lot of reading books, and not a lot of hands-on stuff. And I miss that hands-on stuff. And so by doing these 30 days, that hopefully will cause this ripple effect where I get so used to doing magic on the daily that I will continue to do it for more than just the 30 days. And so I definitely invite you guys to do it. It doesn't have to be from April. It could be from now to the next 30 days. I think they say that it's technically like 48 days to create like a habit or something, but 30 days is a big challenge for me. So it's just one of those things that I find awesome. And I think we have a viewer, so I really appreciate you joining in. And those that watch it, I'm going to end this call because it's a little bit late, and I just want to do this really quick rant. But I really appreciate everyone that has supported me and watched my journey develop into what it is now. And I really look forward to this year, and I am very thankful for the opportunity to be of service to myself, to others, to whoever it is that's in my tribe. I really do enjoy um, connecting to people in that way. And so I thank you. I am so appreciative of everything, and I hope everyone has a great night. And that's it. Thank you so much. Blessed be.